What's the deal with those hands-free headsets? Sorry. Hey guys, it's Phoebe from WatchMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most awkward moments in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
She looks around her, what does she see? Nothing but open ocean. There's nowhere for me to run. What am I gonna do, say no?
Okay, that seems really dark now.
No, it's not dark, you're misunderstanding me, bro.
We're taking a look at various awkward moments from this long-running sitcom and ranking them based on cringeworthiness. Let's get to it.
Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Number 10. Dennis and Charlie are mistaken for lizards. It's not often that this show makes us feel sympathetic for the gang, but this is a rare exception.
I mean, the money I laid out for this charity, they could have built a zoo.
Yeah, actually, guys, zoos are animal prisons.
After the car crashes while they're on their way to Atlantic City, a dressed-up Dennis and Charlie get picked up by a particularly horny truck driver played by a wonderful and surprisingly cast Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a little behind on my trucker terms. A lot lizard would be a
lizard. You know, truck stop horse.
What follows is some top-shelf cringe, as the trucker uses some graphic terminology to describe his sex life, while Dennis and Charlie desperately try to convince him that they are not in fact male prostitutes, otherwise known as lizards.
Back in the day, sure, I would have indulged. Hell, I would have let you turn me into Swiss cheese.
You know the situation has taken a hard left turn when Dennis and Charlie seem like the normal ones.
I thought we would slip into a room, and you could check my oil.
Oh, no. What happened, man? No, I'm sorry. No.
Number 9. Frank's lethal weapon scene. If there's one thing we absolutely never want to see, it's Frank Reynolds having sex.
Kind of comes out of nowhere, but at least it's classy.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what we get in the gang's version of Lethal Weapon 5. We watch Frank's very awkward and protracted scene, complete with grunts, ugly pleasure faces, and the actress breaking character to tell Frank to finish already. It's explicit, it goes on forever, and it's hilarious to consider that Frank was actually sleeping with the woman. The gang made a porno, and even they are ashamed of it.
This is regrettable.
To make matters worse, this sexually graphic and incredibly racist movie is played for Dee's high school students. Suffice it to say, she was quickly fired.
Probably never should have been hired in the first place, though, huh?
That was my bad.
Right, that's on you.
Yeah, I probably won't be here much longer myself.
Number 8. Theshushing complaint backfires. While trying out a fancy new hipster bar, the gang gets into a loud argument and are shushed by a patron.
So you're derailing the conversation.
What the hell was that?
This naturally sends Dennis into a red-hot frenzy, and so the next day, he and Charlie visit a police station, where they fake an assault charge to get the facial composite of the shusher.
Well, can we just take a look at the drawing? Because we kind of need to get out of here.
You've done an excellent job.
Really good. Wow.
And what is your technique, sir? Because I want to learn that. That is...
This plan goes completely off the rails once Charlie accuses the shusher of raping Dennis. Glenn Howerton is delightful in this scene, as he expertly nails Dennis's frustration, not necessarily with Charlie's offensive improvisation, but at having to be the one who was raped.
So he was only raping you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He, really kind of made soup of your insides.
No. He barely made it in there.
Meanwhile, Charlie Day is desperately trying to keep it together, and we don't blame him.
He did make it inside me, but just barely. And the guy was super small, so I'm fine.
Even for Sunny standards, this is a ridiculous and gloriously uncomfortable situation. Number 7. The gang's high school reunion dance. The high school reunion 2-part episode is all about the gang's misconceptions. While they believe themselves to be cool and important, the reunion serves as an unfortunate blast of reality that should have humbled their enormous egos.
Well, this is great, Dee. This is just great. Used to be king of the mountaintop. Now I'm sitting alone at a table at my high school reunion with my sister, the aluminum monster.
Yeah, I know. I was on the mountaintop too, okay, Dennis?
Of course it doesn't, and it all culminates in a horrifically embarrassing dance sequence in part 2.
It's a goddamn dance routine!
And it's gonna rock.
The gang sees themselves as perfectly choreographed dancers who are performing to loud music, enthusiastic cheers, and a spectacular light show, when in reality they're just flailing around on stage in front of a barely audible speaker. It's a perfect visual representation of the gang's delusions of grandeur, and it serves as a fitting cap to the episode's bleak themes.
Well, that was weird. Hey, everyone! After party back at my house, all right? Everyone's invited! Except them.
Number 6. Dee's stand-up comedy. Watching failed stand-up is always good for cringe, even if it's fictional.
So I don't go to a therapist. I just go to bars. If you walk up to the nearest drunk guy and bump him from behind, he always turns around and goes, "Hey man, what's your problem?"
In the 4th season episode, Dennis Reynolds' An Erotic Life, Dee performs some stand-up comedy at the Laugh House.
Let's hope she's got some new jokes this time. Everybody put your hands together for Deandra Reynolds.
It goes about as well as you'd expect. She greets the crowd with howdy, 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 stands in a hunched position, fails to tell a single good joke, and nervously gags directly into the microphone.
So you guys, what's the deal with those hands-free headsets that everybody's wearing in their ears, right?
It's a brilliant showcase of Caitlin Olsen's gift for physical comedy, as her odd stance, constant fidgeting, and wavering voice hilariously convey Dee's nervousness, while her stomach-churning dry heaves are pure comedy gold. For home viewers, that is.
I mean, am I right or am I right? Screw it.
Wow, well, at least it was short and dry this time.
No one in the cast arguably does better awkward humor than her. Number 5. Caught trying to steal a vase. This is the gang at their worst. Well, maybe not, but it's certainly up there.
I'm just saying that the plan was genuinely dumb, as many of our plans are, I now realize.
In this episode, they break into a house to steal an expensive vase. However, they get trapped and spend the rest of the episode trying to evade the family. That is, until Dennis grows frustrated and decides to waltz right out the front door.
Screw it. Let's just walk right out.
They're not gonna notice. They got a lot on their marriage is falling apart. They got too much on their plate.
Keep your eyes down. Just do it.
First, Dennis, Dee, and Charlie awkwardly stand in the doorway. Then Mac bursts in pretending to be a plumber.
Hey.
Hello, I am a Swedish plumber.
Mac.
And then Frank comes out of nowhere and proceeds to accidentally break the vase with his whip.
The vase! Shit!
This is a wonderful example of how important gradual escalation is to cringe comedy, as the situation keeps getting worse and worse until it culminates in a literally explosive finale. Number 4. The implication in effect. Someone give Glenn Howerton an Emmy already, because this man is a treasure. Here we watch Dennis putting the implication into effect as he tries to hit on a young woman on a cruise ship.
Oh, hello. Wow, sorry. Didn't mean to scare you there.
He performs all the moves from the creepy serial killer handbook, like cornering her in a tight hallway, preventing her from escaping, and proudly stating that he's been following and watching her.
You know, I can do magic.
How did you get that?
Get your license? Don't worry about it. 1996, though. That's good. That makes the cutoff. There you go. I wasn't gonna steal it.
Howerton plays the faux charming Bundy-esque creep to absolute perfection, and his performance, the creepy music, and the tight shots all combine to create a feeling of impending dread.
The thunder is throwing this whole thing off. You know, it's making everything I say seem sinister, which it's not intended to be. You know what I mean? What's up?
I'm sorry.
No. Sorry, no.
It's hilarious, but also a little terrifying. In a good way, as Dennis would say. Number 3, Charlie's blind date. We've all had our fair share of bad dates. Just be glad that they weren't this bad. In order to distract Charlie from the waitress, Dennis and Max set him up on a blind date.
Listen, you remember your backstory? No? You don't remember?
I don't remember
What
my
is that?
backstory.
Hey, listen, man, you're a philanthropist. That's what you are, okay? You used to own a small business, but you gave all that up to help others.
And to their credit, they do pick a nice restaurant. Only Charlie sweats profusely, bleeds, says that he's a full-on rapist, and orders a milk steak with a side of raw jelly beans.
Africans, dyslexics, children, that sort of thing.
I'm sorry. Did you say you're a full-on rapist?
This is another perfect example of escalation, as it all culminates in Max suggesting that he tells her he wants to have sex, and Charlie violently grabbing his date's breasts. It's certainly painful to sit through, although you do have to feel at least a little sorry for Charlie.
Well, guess what, bro? The waitress is getting married, so suck on that.
The man's trying. He's just not fit for dating. Number 2, Frank hosts a child beauty pageant. Those 6 words are enough to give anyone nightmares. To the surprise of absolutely no one, Frank makes a complete mess of his hosting duties.
Welcome to our legitimate show of kids.
He dresses like a mortician, repeats multiple times that he's definitely not attracted to the children.
Their dressing room, over there on that side of the stage. I am going to my dressing room. We will be right back. I'm over here.
And accidentally states while his mic is on that he wouldn't mind if his mortician stylist ate or had sex with his corpse.
Fill me up with cream. Turn me into...
What's going on, you idiot?
Make a stew of my What's the big deal? Bang me, eat me, grind me up into little pieces, throw me in a river.
Everything about the pageant sequence is a cringe-inducing disaster, and it proves this series' bold and respectable penchant for taking risks and pushing boundaries. How many other shows would have the gall to do something as brazen and inappropriate as this?
It felt uncomfortable.
But at a rave, I feel like that would have been awesome.
I know, but the kids make it weird.
It did get a little weird.
Wherever Frank got his makeup done, I'm headed there after this. So before we get to our top awkward moment, let's take a look at some honorable mentions.
We'll share the room, Sean. We'll set it up. I don't want to share a room with you, dude, because I will spend the whole night wide awake, just like when I was a kid and you tried to share my room.
Busting a nut. It's like, blowing your load. Oh. He said it was a funny joke.
Well, no, hold on.
Yeah, it's like coming all over you.
No.
It's light, it's playful.
Yeah, well, no, I think what my friend is trying to refer to is an orgasm, which is light and playful. But he overstepped himself and got a little bit too specific.
Oh, little Barney, you are my special angel. And only angels can fly. Good God, sorry.
Sob, you bitch.
Oh, it hurts. God, it hurts.
You must be Mr. Lefebvre?
Yeah, that's me.
Surprise! I'm all yours. I was told it'd just be one, but I can take both of you. Might get a little sore, but I'll manage.
Okay, well, I'm out of here.
Wait, what?
Will you marry me? Will you come on stage and join me in this thing called matrimony? Please say yes and do not bone me, please. Just marry me.
Not quite at the end yet. Almost there though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business. Number 1, Dee's scheme against Mike. If you thought Frank hosting a child beauty pageant was bad, you have not seen anything yet. After Dee is called a stripper's rock bottom.
But don't take it personally.
No, because why would it be?
All right, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Cool, because it really helped me realize that I gotta give that lifestyle up. So thank you.
You're welcome.
She retaliates with what is arguably the darkest scheme in Always Sunny history, and that's saying a lot. While she pretends to get the down-on-his-luck stripper back on his feet.
You're a great stripper. I got you this gig. And you know what I'm gonna do for you next?
What?
I'm gonna reunite you with your daughter.
She actually arranges for him to strip in front of his own daughter, and the results skew into the macabre.
Dad!
Oh, Janie! Oh!
Your cock was in my face!
Oh, God, I didn't mean to.
You're disgusting! My finger touched your asshole!
She effectively ruins both of their lives, and even Dennis admits that the plan was depraved. Just when you thought that the characters couldn't get any more inappropriate and deranged, they go and do this. We're not sure if we should be amazed or horrified.
Wow, dude, that was dark.
That's like the darkest thing you've ever done. You know what that was? That was your rock bottom.
Yeah.
Whatever. Feel good? I don't want to talk about it.
God damn it, Dee, you bird! What do you guys think of the list? Let us know in the comments below and check out this video.